Alright, now we're going to be doing function composition given the graph, and I promise you it's almost just as easy as the chart. All you have to do is look at the graph and think about what the chart of that graph would be. For example, let's look at this weird straight shape W graph, right? It's just a bunch of points. So for example, -4, 0 is a point, -2, -2, 0, 1. So in that way you can see how it's a chart, and it's going to be just like the last lesson. Now this is going to be our f of x function, and since we're doing composition we need another function. The next function is going to be g of x, which is going to be this wave that changes. Pretty cool, right? Short right here and then gets long. Again, this is just, you can chart this. -6, 4 is a point, 0, 0 is a point, -4, 0 is a point, so on and so forth. Alright, so without further ado, let's take a look at our first example. It says evaluate f plus g of 2. Now remember, there's another way of writing this that might make a little bit more sense to you. It's going to be the same thing as f of 2 plus g of 2. Sometimes it's just written this way in more succinct fashion, but they mean the same thing. So we're going to find f of 2 plus g of 2, and that's all you have to do. So let's take a look at our steps. Step 1, evaluate the first function. So we want to figure out what f of 2 is. Well, if you look at the graph, f of 2 is -2. And that's what I'm going to put. Okay. Step 2, evaluate the second function. So we want to figure out what g of 2 is. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So what is g of 2? Well, if we go to g of 2, it's equal to 5. So that finishes step 2. Next, we're going to what? We're going to add those things together because that's what we're trying to find, f of 2 plus g of 2. So that leads us to step 3, which is to plug in those values that we found from the graphs. So f of 2 is -2, g of 2 is 5. And then final step is operate. -2 plus 5 is 3. That's our final answer. F plus g of 2 is equal to 3. So 4 simple steps. Evaluate the first function, evaluate the second, sometimes third if there's a third graph, and then plug in those values and then perform the operations or the composition if that's what it entails, like f of g of 2 or something like that. That's it for this example of adding these f and g values together. If you have any other questions about this, let me know.